I'm gonna say I don't remember a time ever.
What they never show you about the perfect sister-wife relationship and why one wife's kids were kept deliberately separate. We've got so much to dive into today, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Elena here, and welcome back to my channel Reality Nexus X. Picture this. The infamous couch interview. Christine, Robyn, Kody, and the others sitting together, tension thick in the air.
I'm gonna say I don't remember a time ever where Kody left Robyn's house to come over to my house to help get my kids off to school. I just think it's disgusting. You would leave one wife's home to go help the other wife's kids get ready for school.
Christine, calm but pointed, asks Robyn, "Why didn't you want me to help with your kids? Isn't that what sister wives do?" Robyn, clearly caught off guard, fires back, "Really? Are we doing this now?" Classic deflection. Kody just looks down, avoiding eye contact as if the conversation isn't happening. But here's the real question. Why didn't Christine ask Kody? Why was this never discussed again? Probably because it's an unspoken rule to avoid rocking the boat where Robyn is concerned, the family's untouchable sacred cow. The hypocrisy is staggering.
How you treat Robyn is how, if you're a good sister wife or not. I can't even bring anything up with Kody about Robyn because she's perfect, she's supportive.
Kody is quick to tell Christine, Janelle, and Mary how badly they treat Robyn, yet he never tells Robyn the same. They all claim sister wives are supposed to work as a team, raise their kids together, and be one big family. But Robyn refusing to use Christine as support goes against everything she claims to want.
And struggling to feel fully there. For whatever reason, there's that struggle with Janelle and Christine, and then there's also a struggle with some other kids.
Robyn has complained that her kids were never accepted or integrated, but how could they be if she deliberately kept them separate? The usual excuse is that her kids needed a safe space and protection from the other kids' rough behavior. Fair enough that many kids can get wild, but it should have been discussed before she joined the family, not ignored in favor of honeymoon plans and other distractions. The irony is thick. Robyn's biggest complaint is that her kids weren't accepted, yet she isolated them from the rest of the family. There's even a story of Robyn not trusting Gwen alone with her son because of decorative knives in the room. Gwen was an adult, but apparently that wasn't enough. In one interview, Robyn thanked Christine after Christine brought up personality tests from years ago that painted Robyn as a lover of drama, all while Robyn wiped fake tears and insisted she wasn't being dramatic. The passive-aggressive performance was hard to miss. Christine's price for speaking up. When Christine publicly questioned Robyn's choices, she undoubtedly paid a price. Kody likely reprimanded her off-camera, withdrawing privileges and making her apologize to Robyn. Kody protects Robyn fiercely, and Christine's transgression was exposing that Robyn had always played by a different set of rules. The bottom line, this wasn't just a throwaway moment. It was a rare glimpse behind the one big family facade. Robyn wanted the idyllic sister-wife dream on her own terms, without doing the work or sharing the responsibilities. And Kody? He was more than happy to accommodate. Ever wondered what it really means when someone says, "Robyn can speak Kody"? Spoiler, it's not what you think.
All of us that she needed to be there in the relationship, that she can speak Kody and we can't. Yeah. She always it's always this Robyn speaks Kody. I'm like, well, I don't know if I really need someone to translate for me. We've been married a long time. We did okay without you. I think I speak Kody. But she likes to position herself as like, I speak Kody. She says that to my children. Why don't you come over?
Robyn can speak Kody. What that actually means is that Robyn listens to the unfiltered stream of words that come out of his mouth and translates it into what she wants him to be thinking and saying. After she interprets it, Kody agrees with her, yeah, that's what I meant. He's become a shell of a man, fearful of losing Robyn or of her thinking less of him. He seems weak and constantly off balance, always trying to figure out how to please her. Robyn is his kryptonite. No wonder the original 3 wives have said they don't even recognize him as the man they fell in love with. It's no surprise that Christine and Janelle have shared that they're no longer attracted to him. This was clear in a scene where Robyn essentially told him to shut up until he got his head on straight, meaning until he started saying what she wanted him to say. When Mary pushed back and made it clear she understood exactly what he was saying, it undercut Robyn's manipulation. Robyn seemed to be trying to control the narrative about financial arrangements, not wanting him to tell the other wives that he wasn't leaving anything to their kids in his will. Robyn gets away with behavior that the others never could. She manipulates Kody and controls situations by claiming she can speak Kody, but what she's really doing is speaking for him. And because it feels good to Kody to have someone always on his side, he allows it.
And my kids are like, it's our dad. We don't really need you to speak Kody. It does bug me. That one does bug me. I speak Kody. Well, Kody can speak for himself. He's a grown-ass man.
Over the years, there's been a consistent pattern of Robyn saying, "Let me talk to the wives. I can explain it in a way they will understand," which happens behind closed doors. She doesn't have a job because managing Kody like this is a full-time gig. Kody often says he's tired of making decisions, being responsible for everything, and always getting the blame. Robyn making decisions for him gives him a break from that pressure. Even if people still blame him, he can mentally offload that burden because it wasn't his decision. Robyn enables him to avoid responsibility, while he gets to play the protective hero for his soulmate. Viewers want to see this dynamic explored directly. When Kody says he doesn't have a head wife, but then lets Robyn dominate conversations and even correct him in front of the others, it reveals the truth. The other wives never spoke to him like that. He wouldn't have tolerated it. Robyn is constantly interjecting herself into conversations and decisions, playing the role of a pseudo-counselor. The show rarely shows the day-to-day dynamic between Kody and Robyn in their home. Instead, there are talking heads and staged moments like ear piercings or holidays. They're hiding how they live and interact as a couple because if viewers saw their candid conversations, it would be obvious who is really in control. Robyn often acts as Kody's personal assistant or gatekeeper, deciding when and how he interacts with others. Kody likes this because it gives him plausible deniability. Robyn, in turn, pretends she's just the messenger. So we're left unsure who is actually making decisions. Robyn simply knows how to play Kody better than the other women did. She doesn't seem deeply in love with him. Instead, it seems she saw someone easy to manipulate, someone who would let her avoid working or parenting full-time. Her kids were coached to appeal to him early on, and it worked. As time passed, Kody abandoned the other wives emotionally and mentally. He used to be deeply attached, even crying over the family dog, but that's all changed. Robyn doesn't speak Kody, she controls Kody.
Kody and Robyn live in monogamy. Mary's not part of the equation with their family.
I'm having to fight hard to get my estate separated.
Robyn and I are going to be like this. You're not going to separate us.
He has become so disconnected from the man he once was that even his affection for things like dogs has disappeared. In the early seasons, there were signs of Kody trying to please Mary, but it was different. More like the fatigue of 20 years of trying to please someone who didn't communicate clearly. With Robyn, he feels like the rescuer, and she plays the damsel in distress role perfectly. While the other wives brought real-world emotional needs to him, Robyn brought him the chance to be a savior. That kind of ego stroke was irresistible to him. Robyn was even part of marriage counseling sessions with Kody and Mary before she officially joined the family. That level of involvement in their marriage was shocking. Mary said in the family's book that she and Kody brought Robyn into those sessions, and she also had one-on-one counseling with Robyn. That's a massive breach of boundaries, and gave Robyn ammunition to use against Mary later. All of this paints a picture of a man who let himself be redefined by his newest wife, who spoke for him, guided him, and in many ways infantilized him. Kody allowed himself to be emasculated silenced, and isolated. But he allowed it, possibly because it meant less responsibility, less guilt, and someone always on his team. Kody and Robyn may very well feel like they found peace together, but that peace is built on ignoring the damage they did to everyone else. They speak the same language, a language of denial, justification, and manipulation, and seem to live in a bubble where the only truth is what serves their narrative. Whether Kody is in love or simply addicted to the flattery and emotional ease Robyn offers is unclear, but either way, it's a hollow foundation for what was once meant to be a shared and balanced family structure. Here's the harsh truth no one wants to admit about the so-called perfect polygamous family, and why one sister-wife destroyed the whole thing.
There's been a little bit of tension about Kody's time and if I should get equal amounts or if I shouldn't, because I'm not married to him yet. So
There's no difference to me between a wife and a fiance. When you get in our culture,
Robyn showed who the true selfish sister-wife was. Her true intention was a front about her sister wives she wanted so badly. If she cared about them, she would have had compassion on very pregnant Christine and stepped back to give Christine that respect.
When they're married, she gets equal time.
I disagree with it. I disagreed with it because of the fact that the courtship had to go for so long.
Instead, she ran right over her future sister wife with a courtship that took Christine's baby daddy away from her and the family for days on end while she was ready to give birth. Kody and Robyn acted like no one else existed. She showed no compassion for what she did to Christine, despicable behavior, wedding dresses, cake tastings, just disgusting. Then on the day Christine gave birth, Kody was with Robyn again, and they couldn't tear themselves away from each other. Again, disgusting. So if anyone wants to know Robyn's true motive from the beginning, she showed her hand. Kody would have done anything for her. If she said to wait until her future sister wife had her baby before doing all this, he would have, but she just didn't care. Who was the bad selfish sister wife? Robyn was, before she even came into the family. She and Kody deserve each other. Robyn said they had a long courtship for polygamous couples minus 10 months. She also left her kids with her mom. If she was serious about integrating into the family, she would have used those 10 months to do so. If you don't trust the other moms to watch your kids while on a honeymoon with their father, then that should be a red flag that this family isn't a good fit for you.
Okay, you're in back. Fine. In my lifestyle, my wives are very comfortable with me having another wife.
Robyn never wanted the other wives to bond with her children. If they had, kids might have spilled secrets and realized how many lies they'd been fed by Sobin and Kotex. It would interfere with her brainwashing and teaching the kids that the rest of the family hated them and only mommy loved and would protect them. Her children loving another mom? Hell no, she's too jealous and territorial. Robyn was never about sharing resources, love, or time. She only takes and fakes. Robyn didn't want her kids calling other women mom. Their parenting styles are very different, which was also a problem in the long run. During the courtship, Robyn had privileges all along. I don't like Robyn, but this decision I understand. This perspective often focuses on the adults and what's right or fair for them, but putting children into that super hectic household and then leaving for 11 days isn't necessarily best for them. The kids likely had never been separated from Robyn for that long or lived in the jam-packed house. Dad learned they had a new dad in Kody, but he also left them along with Mom. They had just gone through the wedding, which is a huge stressor. Having her parents watch the kids was likely best for them at that time. They had new emotional challenges, but also a familiar touchpoint. Robyn never felt comfortable integrating her kids for any length of time, or using the courtship to set the stage for integration. Kody was going to them hours away weekly for months. Robyn likely knew early on she didn't want her kids in that environment. That's fair as a mom, but then she wouldn't marry into a family she didn't trust with her kids. Given all the newness, why leave for 11 days? Why not a long weekend or 1 week? Seems excessive. Their courtship mirrors the marriage Robyn's mother had in polygamy, so it would make sense Robyn felt comfortable with the distance and hoped she'd be allowed to live separately and have her own space after marriage. As seen in Season 1 and 2, after Robyn officially married Kody, the whole family moved into separate houses in Vegas. Robyn has always had her own house. Had Robyn actually integrated her kids into the family before the wedding, it wouldn't have been as big an issue. They had 10 months for the kids to get acclimated and could have had sleepovers during that time. It was a change for the original wives too, but Robyn liked to keep her kids separated, which we've seen throughout the series. If they could have stayed with Meri, they might have been more insulated from the chaos. Would Robyn ever let Kody leave for 11 days when she was 8 or 9 months pregnant? Highly unlikely. If a friend told me their husband was planning an 11-day vacation when she was due any day, I'd advise her to put her foot down. You don't leave your wife who is due any day for 11 days. If Kody says they deserved a honeymoon again, it's frustrating. Truly was actually 6 weeks old at the wedding, which makes it worse. The courting process happened when Christine was pregnant, but the honeymoon was when Truly was a newborn. Robyn has a special place in her heart for Truly since Truly has no memories of a time without Robyn in the family, showing Robyn's lack of self-awareness. Robyn should have thought about her kids. A 3-day honeymoon would have been better. They have kids, and it was a 2nd and 4th marriage. Then spend time integrating into the family rather than changing and demanding the family culture be changed. Leaving the kids with grandma was likely for their benefit, less about how Robyn felt about sister wives. They could have killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Robyn's emotional maturity is questionable. She could be like an 8th grade mean girl, an all-around unpleasant person. Christine married Kody while Janelle was pregnant. Janelle arranged her wedding date on Meri's birthday. When Christine was 4 months pregnant, she told Meri, "I hope you're not pregnant," because she didn't want it to steal excitement from her own marriage to Kody. These women often undermined and were cruel to each other because of the cult ideology they believed in. Christine is honest with her feelings, but some are better left unsaid. Any wife feeling that way was likely already feeling neglected by her husband. No wife will ever get enough attention in polygamy, which leads to constant chasing of the husband and feeding his ego. Since they each want him to love their house the most, they all make their homes nice and light for him when he's there, not causing problems or expressing their feelings. This burying of feelings becomes the fertilizer of resentment. The arrangement and patriarchal ideology trap these women and force their behavior. They often admit to mean or selfish comments made in the past. The tell-all episode revealed some harsh truths, including Kody's disdain for Christine. Robyn did not take part in work or responsibility during Christine's difficult pregnancy, letting Christine work and pay for her to not work. Narcissism at its finest. Christine's kids being watched by a nanny rather than family set a tone of separation and isolation. Robyn did not want to integrate and trust the other wives. She did nothing with her time besides cry and play the victim. There is plenty of blame to go around for the hurt in this family. Christine married Kody while Janelle was pregnant. Janelle tried to marry Kody on Meri's birthday, but was convinced to shift it. Robyn's arrogance is apparent. She didn't mind kissing a married man while engaged or when Christine was in labor. She kept secrets from the other wives because she knew it was wrong. She took Kody away from the family for months during their courtship. She is entitled and self-centered. Robyn went on an 11-day honeymoon while Truly was a newborn, yet expected Kody not to be away from the other children for surgery. This is contradictory. Robyn's comment that Truly doesn't remember a time without her is a slap in the face to Christine. Robyn and Kody should have waited out of respect for Christine. After all that cruelty, Robyn had the audacity to expect Christine's friendship and Kody to command it. While Robyn is selfish, Kody also could have set boundaries. The hormones and emotions involved do explain some behavior. Here's why the family's so-called
Robyn and all of her kids have been keeping the rules, the COVID protocols. Christine's been traveling, and these two have been socializing. And her kids are prisoners. Now they're all compliant.
coronavirus protocols only deepened the divide and destroyed trust. Robyn was clearly the driving force behind the coronavirus protocols. When they discussed bonfires, Kody was eager to include others, but Robyn hesitated and insisted on strict adherence to the rules so that their father would approve. Kody seemed indifferent to certain interactions, but Robyn was anxious and controlling about the protocols.
He has to stay at her house all the time.
His reasoning with it was that he wanted to keep his family safe. He wanted to keep his little kids safe.
None of this makes sense. I'm sorry. It was favoritism.
Kody repeatedly deferred to Robyn's decisions about Christmas, bonfires, and visits, yet insisted that these were his rules and expected apologies when the other family members called out the inconsistency. This behavior amounts to gaslighting, as he preferred to split the family rather than admit that he and Robyn were dishonest. Robyn was reinforced for her controlling behavior. The family's breakdown was largely due to Kody's favoritism and refusal to acknowledge it. The other wives sought unity, but Robyn's anxiety-driven refusals, which Kody supported, prevented gatherings. Had there been honesty and compromise, more efforts toward unity might have succeeded. The family was tired of the lies. Robyn's claims that others refused to compromise ignore her own role in the problem. This situation illustrates why plural marriage failed for them. Marriage signals prioritizing a partner, but polygamy requires equal treatment. After marrying Robyn, Kody's favoritism became obvious. He expected the other wives to sacrifice their children for loyalty, but did not reciprocate. Kody needs to admit favoritism instead of expecting praise for putting on a show. The favoritism was always present, but became more obvious with coronavirus, which he used as an excuse to ignore the other wives.
It wasn't my first Christmas without everybody else, but it was my first Christmas without Mary.
Even Robyn occasionally slipped, neglecting to keep Mary involved. Mary reported little contact from Robyn in later years. Kody has adopted a patriarchal mindset, prioritizing loyalty over love. He risks ending up alone. Robyn appears trapped in anxiety and control, using anxiety as a weapon to manipulate the others and keep Kody's loyalty. Her anxiety seems exaggerated and performative. She likely did not want plural marriage, but saw it as a route to fame and financial security. Robyn's rules changed to suit her, and Kody used those rules against the other wives, labeling them mean for pointing out favoritism. This manipulation is obvious to anyone familiar with genuine anxiety, which makes Robyn's behavior insulting. Her tears seem insincere, and anxiety appears to be a tactic for control. Kody likely supported Robyn's protocols because they served as a loyalty test under her control. The harsh rules were especially cruel to Mary, who followed the protocols yet was still excluded.
We're starting to pit ourselves against Dad because it's on Dad. Always making up these rules or lacking communication other than Dad.
Kody used these protocols to signal who was worthy of his attention. Robyn played to Kody's ego to gain favor. The other wives were independent, and Robyn positioned Kody as reliant on her. The favoritism and control have been evident for years, but Kody allowed it. Robyn controls Kody, correcting him and changing his mind. The bonfire scene exemplified this. Kody didn't care about protocols, but Robyn insisted on them, maintaining control. Their coronavirus rules were hypocritical and inconsistently applied, isolating the family unnecessarily. The adult children recognized Robyn's control over Kody rather than genuine concern for coronavirus safety. The protocols served more to isolate family members than protect them. Robyn trusted outside help while restricting access to other wives and children. She violated her own protocols by going to public places without masks or vaccines. Kody's exaggerated illness seemed designed to gain sympathy and justify the family's fragmentation. His outbursts stemmed from being caught in lies and his inability to admit fault. Robyn's manipulative language controlled Kody's thoughts. Others saw through it, but Kody's ego prevented him from confronting it. Ultimately, it does not matter whose rules the protocols were. Robyn lived in constant anxiety and Kody enforced the rules, neglecting the rest of the family. A caring father would have noticed his children's distress and sought another way. The apologies demanded from the children likely originated with Robyn. Kody's loyalty tests isolated Christine and Janelle, who failed, while Mary passed but was still rejected. Robyn ensured Mary remained excluded despite compliance. Kody likely would have denied coronavirus risks if not for Robyn. Kody acted impulsively, allowing Robyn to control him. The protocols served to isolate others and maintain internal control. Frequent family moves further limited their social connections, making departure harder. Robyn's control over Kody caused much dysfunction. Her anxiety was a manipulation tool to isolate the family and maintain status. Kody went along because of attachment to Robyn, but others recognized the truth. In the end, the protocols were a power play, a loyalty test, and a method of control disguised as safety. The hypocrisy and inconsistency showed that the real goal was control and exclusion. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and much love to you all.